Hello and welcome, my salmon-flavored pancakes. How you doing today? It's Super John Bombo here. It's Chris, and we've got a special video for you guys. If you guys haven't noticed, well, there's some cool stuff going on with the game lately. One thing that they changed sort of recently was the late game changes to the game. They basically made it more difficult to go late game. So I was actually curious what kind of differences there were going to be. So I've got a lot of tests, a lot of math for you guys, which is not everybody's cup of tea, but hopefully I broke it down in a sort of fun and simple way to make it more interesting for you guys in the long run. So if you guys do enjoy this, though, it took me a long time to do all this math and to make these graphs for you guys. If you want to press that like button for me, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd really freaking appreciate that. Of course, subscribe if you have not, because I've got some more cool content coming for you guys. So, with, obviously, the regular balloon speed here, you can see a DDT is pretty freaking slow, right? Now, nothing too crazy is going to happen here, but if I decide to go into round 100, you can see a DDT is actually a little bit faster, but still not fast or anything like that. Like, it's pretty freaking quick over here. But as you speed up, as you go to higher rounds, you're going to see a drastic increase in speed changeovers. So if we go to, 100, let's do 150. No, 150, Chris. 150. You see that DDT is moving a little bit faster. You might not even be able to tell yet, but moving up to around 200, and then 250, and then even faster, 300. Now, I'm not messing with this in post or anything like that. This is live, guys. All this is live. This is only around 300, and you can see the drastic increases in speed from these balloons over here. So I was actually a little bit curious. What I think I want to do is I'm going to try and do this for you guys really quick. I was going to go up every 50 rounds and send out just a simple little red balloon to see the difference in speeds over here and see if you guys could just have fun with it, all right? So this is not going to be perfect. I'm going to do my best here. If I mess up a little bit here and there, just bear with me here, guys. I'm going to start it over because I screwed up and left my super monkey in play like a complete noob. 200, here we go. You can see these balloons are starting to get really freaking fast. And you're like, well, how fast are they actually moving, though, relative to each other? It might even be a little bit difficult to actually tell, but here's 400, guys. Holy crap. 450. What round did I get to? Chris, you crazy son of a gun. When did you get to round 500? What? No, you went higher than that? I did. I did go higher than that at some point. Here's 600. I can barely even type it out fast enough to get it up in time over here, man. 700. Is that going to be your max, Chris? It's got to be. No, he's going to go further. 750. And actually, my highest round that I can actually show you guys, 775 over here. Ba-bam! That's the fastest red balloon that I can currently send out over here. Basically, the way it works, if you ever reach a certain round in sandbox mode, you can go back to that round. So unless people hack it or something like that, I think this is actually one of the highest rounds ever gotten in the game so far. Kind of fun. I'm not going to call it the highest or anything like that, but one of the highest gotten in the game so far, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys something sort of cool over here, though, all right? I'm going to go into a little bit of math over here. So we're going to go over here. This is actually sort of old school, man. I got a couple graphs to show you guys over here. This is actually my old speed graph, all right? You can basically see the round number. All right, I went all the way up to around 500 when I made this graph. This is the old graph, again, from before the update from when they changed it to make it more difficult. And you can see the speed relative to the round number. Basically, how many frames for me did it take to get through the entire map? I know, it was insane. Because they move really freaking quick, dude. So, I mean, I didn't do it the exact same way that I did last time because I have different frame rates, different recording software and everything, but you can see a general trend of this graph. It has this really weird speed bonus going whoosh, up to 200, and then it really levels out here. All right? I mean, it's still going a pretty drastic changeover. It's from 15 down to 8, so we're basically going in 200 rounds here. We're basically doubling the speed of balloons, even though it doesn't quite look like it, but going from 61 down to 23 here, we're tripling the balloons in just about 100 rounds. Tripling the speed of the balloons in just about 100 rounds here, which is freaking insane, all right? So this is the old one. I'm actually going to get rid of that for now. Just going to put it off in the corner over here. You guys can see that stuff, right? All right, this is my new one now. All right, I just made this one today. In fact, I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller. It's still kind of beefy. It's not quite as good of a graph, but you guys can definitely see what's going on here. We started off at round 0. We went to around 100, so we see a small change in speed. But then we get a huge bonus all the way up until around, I believe, 300 here. Yes. So this was all the way up until around, 400, excuse me. Huge bonus of increased speed from now not just to around 200, but now until around 400. Get these crazy changes, and then now it levels out after that. So, basically what's happening here is this graph is just a little bit longer, and I have more rounds, more data for us to look at over here. But basically, the balloons speed up at a drastic speed for longer, all the way up to around 400, and then they still are pretty fast after that, alright? So you could definitely tell that late game has gotten harder. Around 200 to 400 are going to be much, much more difficult now. You can still do those super duper late game run-throughs and still survive to a pretty reasonable amount of time over here. I mean, I didn't do the math at exactly how fast these guys are relative to each other, but 2200 to 165, it's about, what, 15 times faster or so? Maybe 20 times? Yeah, not quite 20. About 15 times faster, just on my rough math here, alright? So that's that one. That's the speed. Now, I also was sort of interested in the health, alright? So then we're going to look at the old graph here, because this one's just so much more simple. I went a little bit more complicated on this more recent one, and I want to explain why in just a second here. But what I did was I mathed out the amount of health that Moabs had at round 500, BFBs had at round 500, and Zomagods had at round 500. And you can see this very clear trend line here, guys. I did end up smoothing this thing out so it's not exact. There was some like dots up here and there and back and forth, but it's basically just because I can't exactly get the number here. It's like we're dealing with gigantic numbers, 85,000 pops. How do you expect me to get that number, man? It's not easy. It took a long time with crazy amounts of glue and stuff like that to get these things. So that's the old health. All right, now I've got the new health over here for you guys, but again, I did it slightly differently so you can't see exact values. I just want to explain it really quick. All right. So starting at the bottom here, I've got this little red line. I know the red and the orange look pretty close to each other, but actually we're talking about the red line here. It's actually the Moab health. All right? This is just the Moab layer itself. All right? You can see it's quite low. I mean, honestly, it almost looks like a bad graph because it's just so freaking low compared to everything. You can't even really tell what's going on. But it's still a pretty freaking high number. In fact, I can go look at the numbers really quick if we wanted to. And you can see at round 0, there's 200 health, and around 100, 250 health. So not a big change between 0 and 100, basically 80 and 100. You get some increase over there, but that is pretty drastic as you go up here. 5,800, 15,000, 24, 33, 42,000, 51,000. Holy crap, man. These things are getting strong. But for BFBs, sadly, there's not really a tower that I can put down that would be able to pop the BFB down from 0 on around 700 by itself. You can do insta-kills and stuff like that, but there is no way to check the current exact amount of pops that a BFB would take, so I took a shortcut here. What I ended up doing was I ended up doing a insta-kill, alright? And what that does is it does insta-kill and give you the actual pop count, but it also includes all the balloons inside of it. So it's not a perfect example, but it's a fun example. What we can see is with this green line here, we're going to see the BFB health over here. Again, it's not perfect. In fact, it would be a little bit lower if I got the exact number, but this is all-inclusive, including Moabs and ceramics inside of this guy. Then, I did Oh My Gods, alright? Which, believe it or not, is not the purple line. It's actually this teal line over here. So this is the Oh My God health when I did an insta-kill on this thing, alright? So I insta-killed the Oh My Gods, and this is the amount of damage that it took to take this thing down. We're talking about 2 million plus pops to take down the Oh My God and all the balloons inside. What? It's freaking insane! Just a single. Just a single. Let alone having to pop hundreds or like 1,000 of these things on a single freaking round, man. On top of the speed increase happening over here, you can see the drastic craziness that happens with this game. So what I did, though, was I ended up deciding, you know what, I want to kind of see with Oh My Gods what the true quote-unquote damage it would take to just pop the Oh My God layer itself, alright? And what I got was, after mathing it out, again, this is not 100% accurate, but pretty freaking close, I got 1 million pops on round 700 to pop a Oh My God layer in itself, not including all the balloons inside of it. Holy crap, that's a freaking gigantic number here, man. So yes, this is a little bit more math than usual, I realize that, but now I just wanted to show you guys the true power of what these games would be like if I sent out round 775 right freaking now, man. These are regular speed bad balloons, dude. Holy crap. These are not DDTs or anything, but you're going to see, once we see some DDTs or something coming out over here, it's going to get insane. More bad balloons coming out. There it is. Huge chunks. Oh, my God. This is the same. Oh, there's the DDTs. What? They just walked through. This isn't sped up, by the way. If I speed this up, all right, if I speed it up, I press the speed up button, this is what it looks like, guys. No post-editing, no post-speed increase or anything like that. This is how fast these freaking balloons move. This is just around 775. Imagine having to pop these things. It's basically impossible. But when you math it out, being about 16 to 20 times as fast between round 0 and 700, and also being, you know, it's hard to even get the numbers here, but going back to that guy really quick, we start off at roughly 5,000 health for his Oh My God, go all the way up to a million. What's a million divided by 5,000? I don't know. 200 times as much health, I think, if I math that out properly. So 200 times as much health and 16 times as fast. You multiple those guys together, and you get a ridiculous amount of difficulty. All right, we're talking about 200 times, if I math this out right. Again, just please forgive me if I didn't do it right. I'm doing this all live, guys. I'm doing it live because I'm having some fun with it. 200 times as much health. You know what? Let's just math it out really quick. 1 million divided by 5,000 equals 200. Perfect. I did it right. Yeah. 200 times, we're going to call it, I'm just going to call it 16. This is approximately how much more difficult round 700 is than round 100. Or basically how much more powerful a Moab is, a Oh My God is, or a bad balloon is on round 700 compared to this. Now, I didn't go all the way up to 775. I only stopped at 750 because you can see even more, even crazy how much more difficult it can be to do those things. So, as you guys probably saw from the thumbnail, I know what you guys want to see right now, right? You want to see one of these beefy mofos right here, that anti-balloon versus a DDT, right? Round 707. Actually, you know what? Let's go on the highest round that I can get to. 779. That is my official round that I lost on. If I type it around 800, look what happens. 779. That's my current highest round of the game. Versus a DDT. But of course, we gotta give ourselves some camo detection over here. Bam, bam. Now we'll give him some jungle drums just for good measures here. Here's the DDT. Oh. What? He can't even see it! What? How is that even? Is he just literally just deciding not to attack this thing? So fast he can't even attack it! What is that? Holy crap, you can see this guy. I mean, I think I lagged him or something, dude, because he's just struggle-lugging hard on this thing. He needs to, like, play catch-up. His eyes don't even know what's going on. That's how fast this DDT is moving against this guy right here, man. That's so weird. I've never seen anything like that before in my entire life. So goofy, but I love it. I love it, dude. Let's do another test over here. Is this guy not getting camo detection or something? Like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't understand. Holy crap! But I love it. I love it, guys. So that is officially around 779. One last thing I want to show you guys really quick, just to have some fun with this thing. I want it on regular speed, not sped up. I want to send out one of each type of balloon just so you can see exactly how fast these guys are going. So we're going to go red, blue, green, yellow, pink, black, purple, white, lead, zebra, rainbow, ceramic, Moab, BFBs, Oh My God, DDT, and bad balloon. This is the highest speed that you can send out Moabs at their current rate right now. One other interesting tidbit, I actually wasn't going to show you guys this, but I thought it was kind of fun actually. That there is actually one tower that does a really cool thing with slowing down balloons. And the later on you go in the game, the better this is actually going to be. The Icicle Impale. What you're going to notice is a Moab's obviously super duper freaking fast, but it doesn't slow it down by 10% or 50% or 100%. It slows it down to an exact speed when using the Icicle Impale over here. So as you get super duper high, super duper fast DDTs and stuff like that, you can still slow these guys down to a manageable, hopefully manageable pace over here. So we're going to go for one of these bad boys. I'm going to send it a DDT here in just a second, guys, just out of curiosity, to see what a DDT on round 779 looks like, slowed down, and then just see how fast it just kind of woo, flies through the freaking map. Think of how slow mobs are supposed to be. I think we sort of lose the idea of how fast a normal Moab is after looking at this for so long, it's kind of like getting on the highway and driving on the highway for like 4 or 5 hours, then jumping back off onto like a regular street. Or even, I've noticed this before myself, if I play Guitar Hero, or I used to play Guitar Hero like a lot. So I played for like 4 or 5 hours. After I was done, it would kind of look like everything's coming at me. You know, like your brain just gets so used to things and just assumes it's going to keep happening. Or if you're like running a treadmill for a long time, when you get off, your legs just want to keep moving forward. All that kind of stuff. So, oh man, look at that guy go. Whoop, there he goes. What was I going to do? I was going to do something else. I thought I was, at least. Oh, I was going to show you guys just a regular speed Moab, just to, again, for the last bit of comparison here. Here's one Moab on round, well, let's do the regular speed. Round 80 Moab here. Boom. This is a regular speed Moab. This is a round 779 Moab. Whoa, that one sped up. That's weird. I did not think that would speed up like that. It's really weird. They do start moving the same speed. Very intriguing. I might have, in my little rakes earlier, that might have just totally messed everything up, which I didn't even think about. But all right, the more you know. Chris screwed up. You guys didn't even probably notice. Perfect. I love it. So anyways, again, if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys threw down a like for me. This took a long time to make and math out and do all that fun stuff for. So I'd really freaking appreciate it if you guys want to do something nice like that for me. If not, no worries. And have a super duper delicious day.